Kyung Moon Hwang is a Professor of Korean Studies at the Australian National University, and he joins us now from Canberra. Professor Hwang, thank you so much for your time. We are seeing this dramatic showdown playing out in real time. It is a fast-moving situation. Can you paint a little bit of a picture for us? What is happening at the former president's residence today?
Well, as we speak, there's a very strong likelihood that he is about to be apprehended in his residence. So the police have broken through 3 or 4 lines of barriers in the compound. Now they're at the doorstep of the residence itself. And so it seems to be a matter of time. And maybe within just a few minutes from now, he will be apprehended and he will walk out the door with the police.
We are hearing about human chains being formed in order to protect him. Who are the people protecting Mr. Yoon, and what is motivating them?
Well, the human chain that was reported in the news took place at the very beginning of this operation, and it was made up of resistors mostly from the political class, and that is what is so shameful and even disgraceful, that members, in fact, the leadership of the ruling party, Yoon's party, the Conservative Party, have been out front in putting up all kinds of political, legal, and even physical barriers to the process of the law unfolding, which it would have done without all this nonsense, had it not been for the political misbehavior of the ruling party and the extreme right, which granted has a lot of support in South Korea, but has really more or less inflamed the situation. And hopefully that'll all come to an end within just a few more hours, maybe even minutes.
Well, corruption investigators have previously said that it is virtually impossible to execute search warrants at the residence while there is security there remaining in place. And since they said that, I mean, he has added further security, barbed wire, physical blocks to the entrances. Do you think the likelihood of success is greater this time around?
Well, news feeds on YouTube, and so the police have broken through all the different barriers, and actually, they have these barriers have been more or less removed prior to the operation in negotiations, and so the police are in the residence right now, and so all of these concerns about physical altercations and all that, they have more or less come to naught, except for the very beginning, as I said earlier.
Yoon Suk Yeol has been evading arrest for a number of weeks now. An arrest attempt earlier this month was unsuccessful. In some ways, it's perhaps unsurprising. He's reluctant to be taken into custody. He could be facing insurrection charges. I mean, what will the consequences be for him if he is arrested today?
Well, he is absolutely resisting the process of the law being carried out, and it's extraordinary because, well, he is or was the sitting president whose first duty was to uphold the Constitution and the law, and also because he had been the chief prosecutor of the country. And so for him to be in this kind of, well, I mean, to put it in a nutshell, this kind of insane state of mind ever since the beginning of December, more out of desperation and paranoia than anything else, is shocking. And so what he faces is, after the arrest today, something that he knew was coming, and that's why he had been resistant to this. And as he faces questioning, which he had resisted, and that's why the arrest warrant was issued. And then soon after that, we assume that he will be incarcerated. They will get the prosecutors will get an incarceration warrant to incarcerate him, and then he would be put on trial. Again, this is all something that would have happened even without his resistance, and his resistance has just made things exponentially worse for a country that really does not deserve this kind of thing. And so hopefully this next big step will come to an end. But this is also, and it's important to to remind ourselves of this, that this is just the criminal track that's being pursued. There's also the political track of accounting for the coup attempt of December 3rd, and that is the impeachment trial that has begun and will take place, and has been taking place actually. The next session will be tomorrow.
And at the same time as this drama is playing out at the residence of Yoon Suk Yeol, I mean, we have South Korea at a politically sort of pivotal moment, and another impeachment has happened. I mean, what is the political situation in South Korea right now?
Well, I think the biggest question going forward, and this is assuming that he will be tried and found guilty because the evidence is so overwhelming, guilty of insurrection, which is the main charge against him right now, and that he will be impeached, and the Constitutional Court will confirm that impeachment within the next month or two. So, assuming all that happens, there will be another presidential election, a snap presidential election. And so the big question mark remains to what extent there is any kind of support for the Conservative Party candidate, whoever that might be. The prognostications right now are that the candidate from the main opposition, the Democratic Party, will probably gain victory, but he has his own legal issues. And so we don't know exactly how that will shake out, but probably, in all likelihood, there will be another presidential election in April, maybe May, and the new president will take office by, well, June or July, I suppose.